In this video we'll be installing a Deltec 80-watt UV, which is absolutely huge, but we need it for this 800 litre fish tank. But to do that we're going to have to do some re-plumbing work because it's just not going to fit with our current setup. Then once we do that we're going to chill out with some music and see our fish and give you an update. Let's begin. Before we could just chuck this UV in, we had to take the protein skimmer out and the old UV and do some re-plumbing work on that feed pipe that brings the water back into the top part of the tank. After taking out the old UV mount, we took our time and having a look and deciding on how we're going to move this pipe work so it's out of the way so this new UV can fit nicely under the tank. So what we decided to do was lower the pipe work, which is easier said than done because it's all glued together. So what we had to do was cut it. But before we worked on the inside of the tank, we did what we could on the outside, because I didn't want these fish going on for too long without good circulation, so we did all the joints we could on the outside before we were ready to do the parts on the inside. So a little tip, I used a bit of card and cut it at the same depth for the first pipe fitting, then I bring it down to the second mark I made, then I could work out where the second cut should be. Very hard to explain, but it helped a lot. And as you can see, when I put that corner piece on, it's very close, not exact, but close enough. This piece will make the whole pipework go down a level, so now we can start gluing. I put the piece on a flat surface so I know they'll be level. I marked it, so later on when I'm gluing, I know where that level is. Now for the glue up, I use weld-on prime to clean the surface and also soften the plastic to make that joint a lot better. Then before that dries out, I put weld-on wet or dry cement. I put 10 coats on one side, 10 coats on the other side. Then before it gets dried up, I push them together with a slight twist. So as you're pushing it in, you're twisting it slightly. And then I put constant pressure on there for 30 seconds. After that, you're good. And I haven't had any leaks so far, so we're doing pretty good. We'll see if there's any leaks by the time this video finishes. So I did make two pieces similar to this, but one is longer and the end is at a different angle. But now with that done, we can finally move onto the tank and get this cut. So I don't have to cut this in the future, I will be putting a union there. But now it's time for the cut. As you might be able to see there's so much vibration when you cut that, I don't want to ruin any of the pipe work, so that's why the union's there. I had to glue all this underneath the tank, it was very awkward. But I didn't show any of it, so thanks me. One good thing is we had a union at the end, but we had to cut all this bit off anyway because the new orientation of the pipework would just not allow it. Now after all that, this is what we come up with. That middle section was the piece actually from the CAD tank that we just cut, and the two side bits was the pieces we did before. And now all we have to do was connect the pump fitting onto the end, and we also got a union on the other side. And we can put it all in. Also I had to move this clip down, this holds the pipe, so once that was done all I had to do was connect the union, connect the pipe work, and it was done. What I had to do now was hold my breath, turn the pump on and see if there were any leaks. And there were no leaks. Now with the pipework all changed up, now we have a nice space for our huge UV to go. But before we can do that, we need a new mount. By using the old mount, we're cutting a few pieces and then attached them to the beams that were holding the whole tank up. Once it was all fitted in, you can see why we needed to change the pipework. It looked pretty nice and it fit lovely, like it was made for it. Now we have our place for a UV, we took it back out, attached all the pipework, the UV light,
and the bulb. And the bulb.
connected all the wires, then put it back into the tank. There are some screws at the bottom and top of this holding it in, it's not just sitting there, just in case you were wondering. This also has its own pump to circulate the water through, and the water goes through where the light starts. With that all set, we turn on the pump and see if that leaks. No leaks. And that is it, pipework and UV done. I'm grateful that I get to do these projects and hobbies with other people. This is my dad's fish tank, but the fact that I've helped him with this, I've learned so much that I can put into my arsenal and use on my other DIY projects. For instance, the fact that I know now how to glue up pipework, I can make a whole endoskeleton using this technique, which if you lot are interested, let me know down in the comment section if any FNAF fans are watching this video. Let me know, that would be quite interesting. But now I'm just going to put some music on and let you see our fish. See you at the end. That is it. A possible question was the UV at an angle. That's how it's meant to be. The light bulb goes at the bottom of the angle. And yeah, that's all done. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. My next one will be my partner making it. She's mixing Gundam with Has Been Hotel. I'm excited for this one. It's a really good idea. And I'm having a little break, which is good because I've been putting off so much stuff at home, focusing on YouTube this last year. And there's some things that need to be done. So I'm excited to see how my partner's video goes. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video we make. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye bye! No leaks.